Yo, what is going on, hey guys? So it's been a crazy World Cup so far. We had just finished the group stage, and there has been some surprises. Not gonna lie, some teams that no one expected to make, and some teams you kind of expected to at least make it through with the extended World Cup, and just some teams kind of just expected to do what they did. But let's start off just the team who made it, and then I'll do my predictions on who I think is going to win in their first games of the knockouts. But Mexico, congrats on Mexico getting 9 points. South Africa, after that horrible performance in the first game, they somehow still made it. Korea, that's just crazy. I really expected Korea to do a little bit more than they did. They didn't even make it through. Yeah, it's kind of sad right there. And then Czechia, sad for them. But Switzerland, I did expect Switzerland to kind of win the group. Good for Canada and good for Bosnia. This group kind of made sense. This group kind of made sense in the order and everything. Bosnia just making it through with I don't really know how they made through, I guess. What part of it? I don't think it's like goal difference or something. Or goals forced. I don't really know. I don't really know how they did it, but they made it with 4 points. Then Brazil, Morocco. That's pretty much expected. Scotland couldn't even get through and get more than 3 points, so they don't get through. I feel like Haiti did get kind of screwed, not screwed, but I feel like they deserved a lot more than 0 points the way they played. Yeah, they're fun. They're a fun team to watch, actually. Then Group D, this group made not sense. This didn't make sense. USA made sense. USA should have won it. Australia and Paraguay. After Paraguay's first game, you expected Turkey to kind of really be here. Yeah, sad on them. That sucks. But good on Australia and Paraguay right there. And then Group E, Ecuador barely made it. They barely made it by beating Germany on our last game. That was absolutely nuts. It's crazy that Ivory Coast almost won the group, but I think goal difference because of how much Germany beat Curacao. It's expected, but it is what it is, though. Then we got Group F: Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden. I kind of expected Sweden to do a little bit better, but realistically, they just have Gyökeres and Isak and Elanga's there, but it's really that's really all they got on that team. So they're kind of like Norway, where they're kind of just gun ho. Netherlands look really good, in my opinion. I do think they're one of the most solid teams, just the most cohesive team in the group. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. We're in a group in this World Cup. Belgium somehow winning this group. They really did not really play well at all, and I think it's just up to how bad everybody else, kind of like average everybody else was. But Egypt just got through. Iran barely didn't make it. I think last night if what is the team called? Algeria and Austria, if one of those teams won, then I think Iran would have made it. I think that's how it was. But they had that last game against Egypt. They had a late goal, and then he was offside. That was absolutely crazy, absolutely nuts. But that's the World Cup for you. And then Spain and Cabo Verde. Wow, I didn't expect Cabo Verde to ever make it. That's absolutely crazy. 3 draws. Yeah, Uruguay couldn't pull through against Spain. Yeah, that's just crazy game. Crazy tournaments that has been so far in that group. France, Norway, Senegal, and Iraq. I feel like Senegal should have done a little bit better. They only won one game. They kind of got screwed a little bit with their group. That group is kind of a group of death a little bit. Kind of expected Senegal to do a little bit better, but good on France. That's kind of expected. Argentina, Austria, and Algeria, they made it. Yeah, screw Argentina. Then we got Colombia topping the group with Portugal, and Congo made it. Okay, cool. Congo, good on them. They had a really good game against Portugal, actually, in that first game. So they just look pretty solid. Nothing crazy. They got Wissa, and that's kind of it, honestly. Wan-Bissaka. I think they got Wan-Bissaka on their team. So, pretty just solid team. This is Africa. There's a lot of African teams in here, actually. After I go to this last one, then we got England, Croatia, and Ghana. Good on Ghana. Pretty expected group. Yeah, so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 teams from Africa that made it. So that's pretty cool. Actually. We got 9 there. So this is the bracket that we got. So I'm gonna basically just kind of just do my predictions on here. With this is kind of, I'm gonna go through like non-bias like picks. Just not really picks that I would like to happen. These are picks what I think is gonna happen. I'll tell you both, but Germany versus Paraguay. I can see an upset here, but I'm expecting Germany to make it. So I'm going to go with Germany. Do expect them to kind of just pull through and probably going to do the whole game's tight for like half the game, blah, 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 blah. And then, bam, this is stupid late goals or something like that. Probably like 3-1 or something like that. But I would love an upset right there. Paraguay getting an upset right there. Sweden versus France. I'm expecting Sweden to not be able to do too much against France. They're just too much. France is just way too much right now. Canada versus South Africa. That's kind of a tough one because we don't really know too much about Canada. But then South Africa just randomly pulled through towards the end. I'm going to go with Canada. I feel like it's kind of a safe bet. I don't know. It's kind of tough. I want Canada to win. So that's the thing. Like, this is more of I want. I'm thinking Canada. Pick Canada on that one. Then Netherlands versus Morocco. This is actually the most toughest one. I think this is the toughest game in this bracket so far. I want Morocco to win. I want Netherlands to win. Like, I like the Netherlands. Where is that? Monterrey? So it doesn't. There's nothing there. Wow. Jeez. I think I want Morocco to win. I do think Netherlands are going to pull through. Like, that's just my opinion. I actually think Netherlands are going to pull through. As much as I don't want to say that, I want to say the Netherlands or the Morocco's going to win this one. I think the Netherlands just have the greatest. There's a lot more firepower than Morocco. It's just my opinion. Sorry, Sammy, but I want Morocco to win. It's not that I want. It's not that I don't want them to win. It's I think the Netherlands are probably going to have too much fight power, but it's either way. It's basically a coin flip on that point. Portugal and Croatia. Portugal. I don't think Croatia. I think Croatia is too old. Their team's way too old right now. Nation over there. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do much there. Spain versus Austria. I'm expecting Spain. I don't think Austria. I think Austria's going to do a good fight. Oh, actually, I can see Austria winning this. But I think that Spain probably would just have a little bit more quality than Austria, probably. and get those goals through, or get a goal through. Probably it's probably like a 1-0, but like I think Austria's gonna fight and just barely not get a goal in. Like it's just hit the bar, barely miss, wide open goal or something. It's gonna be like something like that probably. Austria versus Bosnia, or USA versus Bosnia. I'm expecting USA to win this. I don't think. I think the way they ended that last game, I don't think that's really gonna affect them too much. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine, honestly. Belgium and Senegal. This one's a little bit tough. This is kind of a coin flip, honestly, also, because you can kind of go both ways. I do really want to see more of the downfall in Belgium because they don't like with how expected they are to be doing good in this tournament, or in general the past like 20 years. I got something stuck in my face. My bad. But whatever. But yeah, I think Senegal. I mean, Belgium pulled through the same way late, also like Senegal, but I think Senegal is more it's more dangerous. I think, in my opinion, I think they're a little bit more dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I can see Belgium winning it also. It's basically going to be a rematch of some friendlies that USA had just played before the tournament, so that's going to be interesting. Then we got Japan versus Brazil. You expect Japan to win, not Japan. You expect Brazil to have a little bit more quality than Japan, but I think that's the one upset I'm gonna have. I think that's the one upset I'm gonna have. I think Japan's gonna win this. I think Japan's making it. I think, in my opinion, I think that. Ivory Coast and Norway. I really like Ivory Coast. Actually, I do like Ivory Coast. I'm just hoping that they can finish their dinner enough. If they do, they will win. But Norway have way more finishing quality, obviously, with Holland. I'm gonna go Ivory Coast. I'm gonna go Ivory Coast there. Mexico and Ecuador. This is kind of a tough one. I mean, yes, they're playing in Mexico, but Ecuador, they're a tough team. If Ecuador can at least finish their dinner, also, they can win it. I'm not saying this because I want England to lose, but I do think England do not want to play Ecuador. And I'm going to pick Ecuador. So, and obviously England versus Congo. I think Congo is going to definitely hold a low block really crazy against them. But I do think they're probably going to pull through like a goal or something like that. Really, really bad, cheap goal or pen. Knowing them, they're going to get some cheap gimme goal, whatever. Argentina versus Cape Verde. Cape Verde. Yeah, screw you, Messi. And then Australia versus Egypt. Expecting Egypt to make it. Then Switzerland, Algeria. I expect Switzerland to have a little bit more quality than Algeria, honestly. That last game was pretty good for Algeria, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think they're gonna pull through. And then Colombia versus Ghana. I think Colombia is a little bit more. They have a little bit more fire to them. I'm expecting them to make it through. So yeah, this is my predictions on the first round of 32. Expecting Germany and France to play each other. Canada and the Netherlands, or Morocco. You can put either one, honestly. Portugal and Spain. That's a crazy one. That's a crazy one. USA versus Senegal. It could be Belgium also. So either one, Belgium or Senegal, really can make it. Japan and Ivory Coast. Honestly, either one of these. It could be Brazil and Norway. I think either way it's going to be. It's kind of just 50-50 on that one too. This one's also 50-50, Mexico and Ecuador. So I think Ecuador or Mexico is going to make it. England probably make it through. Obviously, Argentina is probably going to beat Cape Verde, but Cape Verde and Egypt. And then Switzerland versus Colombia. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. And I'll be here once the round of 16 starts and do my prediction there. So see you guys next time.